to give you the 7 tricks I'm using to have the greatest academic comeback and sharing my strategy in order to help you as well. That when you get into a room or when you're on a desk, that's where you eat, you sleep, you watch TikToks, and the moment you like take the initiative, like, okay, I want to be productive, you get easily distracted. The issue is because you are using the same space for literally everything, so your brain doesn't register exactly what they're doing at that time. So to eradicate that problem, essentially, I have different zones in my room, and if you watched my room tour, which is over here, you will see the different areas that I'm talking about. And I have a specific desk that I use to essentially study. The moment I sit on the desk, I know it's time for me to be productive, and this sends a cue to my brain to stay focused, and it's easy for me to go long hours of studying without being so distracted. Another thing that you can use also, if you cannot have the different zones in your room, maybe you have a smaller room or you just have one desk, is you can actually just go to the library or a classroom, or even go outside on a different like study bench, where you know that the moment I'm here, I am solely focused. If you have had the law of the Parkinson's theory, this essentially says that a task incorporates the time allocated for it. So if you have like an assignment you're working on and you don't necessarily say, I'm gonna spend like 3 hours on this task, you will notice that you can literally spend the whole day. But if you tell yourself, okay, I'm giving myself, let's say, an hour to first handle this task and to like completely finish it, you will notice that you will actually finish that task in that 1 hour. Okay, so that is something that I'm being so like intentional with when it comes to this semester as well, is when I have an assignment or a test or even my study blocks, right, I am giving myself a proper set time allocation to say this is the exact time I'm going to be doing this thing, and I'm making sure that I finish that task in that time. When it comes to also time allocation, is I'm going to have a realistic study timetable. If you want me to make a video on the study timetable that I'm actually using, please leave that down in the comment section and I'll do make it. But essentially, I'm putting like my study subjects according to the lectures that I'm having, right? So if I have medical imaging the next day in the evening during my study period, I know I'm studying medical imaging. This will also help me when it comes to having like in-class tests. I do a module or course the next day. I don't have to move the module I was studying to another date. I just know that I'm studying medical imaging today and I'm just going to do a more intense study because I have an in-class the next day. So allocating my timetable according to my lectures. Speaking of attending my timetable according to lectures in class, I am going to actually attend my lectures. So in uni, I know that you can bunk some lectures. You don't have to go to other lectures. You essentially just have to have like an 80% attendance. But I'm going to make it a very big priority to be attentive in all my lectures. And another thing that I'm going to eradicate during my lectures is that I'm not going to be not taking, because I feel like, number one, I never go back to reading my notes. Number two, I feel like not reading in itself is very passive. So instead of writing notes in class, I'm going to actually try to listen to what the teacher is saying and understanding what he's saying. And also when it comes to jotting down things, I'm jotting down subtopics, I'm jotting down questions he emphasizes on, and also I'm writing down points that I will like in question forms. Like anything we discuss, I'll write them in questions, right? So let's say we are doing like characteristics of a biomedical signals. I write define the characteristics of a biomedical signals, and then I'll put a question mark. So when it comes to my studying, I'm like going through that paper in class and trying to answer those questions. Using is learning how to actively study. I am literally forgoing any passive study whatsoever, not reading, all those things. I am like not doing them. I'm not even putting a single minute into them. Instead, I'm going to be focusing on, again, what I was telling you guys, on answering questions, doing past papers, doing like FAQ study methods. I'm going to be doing studying where I'm like teaching myself and like maybe like teaching myself as if like I'm a teacher student, okay? And then I'm also going to be doing flashcards. And with my flashcards, I'm not going to be like downloading flashcards. Instead, I'm going to be like actually typing and writing my own flashcards, because I feel like the process of actually building your own flashcards make you retain that information rather than just downloading preset flashcards. And the fifth trick I'm going to be using, and this is going to be helping my focus, because here's the thing, your focus is a muscle and it needs to be trained. The more you train your focus, the more stronger you get at it, and then you can focus for hours and hours and hours. And because I am a Gen Z who was like brain rotted by TikTok, okay, my attention level is literally fried, okay, so I need to build my focus again. And how I'm doing it is I'm using the Pomodoro technique, which is essentially you stay undistracted and focused on a specific task. So for me, it's like I'll be studying for a specific time. I'm gonna start small. I'm gonna start like trying to focus for 25 minutes, and then I'll rest for 5 minutes. And in my rest, I'm not gonna be going on social media, but instead I could play like a chess game, or I could take a walk, or even do coloring. And that's something just keeps my mind open but not distracted. And then when time goes on, I will be increasing my focus time and increasing my rest time as well, so going from 25 to 50 and things like that. And also just being in a position where when I sit on my desk, I am not like, I take my water, I take my snacks, and then I don't have to get back up when I'm studying. I'm just knowing that, oh, I have everything that I need, and I don't have to get anything during my study. Is starting early and practicing spaced repetition. I kid you not, the first 4 years I've been in uni, I've just been losing control, okay, like losing, not control, but I've like been procrastinating, right? So it's like I would start like, okay, I am gonna be on top of my assignments and over my tests, and that I don't make it a priority. Then it comes to me doing things last minute, comes to me firefighting when it comes to exam. This semester and this year, it's not gonna be like that. I'm gonna start early, getting on top of my assignments, my test and everything, and practicing spaced repetition. And the goal that I'm having, or the mantra that I'm having, is not to pass an exam, but instead I'm having a mantra of trying to actually understand and fall in love with every single course, and understanding every single course that I'm doing, that by the end of like my semester, by the end of my education, when I have my degree and everything like that, I actually know the stuff, not that I'm like just cramming and having good grades and not essentially understanding and creating a balanced academic routine. I'm not one person who believes that you have to, go for hours and hours and not have any life outside of studying. I don't believe that's healthy. And also there's a lot of research that shows that people that have like their wellness routine in check tend to be more productive and tend to be higher achievers. So I'm having like prioritizing my rest, I'm prioritizing my habits, my routines that I have grown to love during the time that I was in school. So I'm creating a balance in the time and creating time for actually resting and spending time with my family and my friends and enjoying. Another extra trick that I'm using is like my secret method that has actually made me get this far without any career subject with stellar grades, is to essentially center my life on God and prioritize my relationship with Him. I don't want to be that person that like forgoes God and just has a relationship with Him on Sunday, but to actually keep praying from Monday and going all the days, just knowing that God is at the center and trusting in Him when it comes to my results and everything like that, and not only relying on Him when academic exam season begins, essentially. And I just have this thing that I read when I was in high school. It might say, study as if praying doesn't work and pray as if studying doesn't work. And that's something that I am going to be living by this. All these tricks do take intentionality, and they do take you to be disciplined. And I do have a video on how you can be disciplined on my channel. I'll probably link it up above here. You can also go and check it out. I hope this video helped you. See you in the next one. Bye. Yeah, okay.
You're supposed to just talk normally.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me come back to death. Not to death.